ladies, gentlemen, welcome back to another cast with Trenfollwoing Tyson. So let's take a look at what we got here, kind of clear up the picture. But as you guys know, if we're riding trends, we don't kind of shuffle them if they're working. We're going to get to that right now. So markets are super red right now. I never panic in this kind of activity, in this kind of environment. I normally look for I'm playing defense, but I'm actually always looking for places to buy, kind of buy that human behavior, so to speak, that we talked about. So let's get into a quote from Tudor Jones, just in case anybody doesn't know who Paul Tudor Jones II is. Paul Tudor Jones, born September 28, 1954, is an American investor, hedge fund manager, and philanthropist. In 1980, he founded his hedge fund, Tudor Investment Corporation, an asset management firm headquartered in Greenwich, Connecticut. Soon after, he created the Tudor Group, a hedge fund holding company that specializes in fixed income, currencies, equities, and commodities. As of February 2017, Forbes magazine estimated his net worth to be a US $4.7 billion, making him the 120th richest person on the Forbes 400 and the 22nd highest earned hedge fund manager. He is known for the large-scale philanthropy, and yet 8 years after founding his hedge fund, and he founded the Robin Hood Foundation, which is focused on poverty reduction. So I want you guys to know who Paul Tudor Jones is, just in case. I know most everybody already knows who Paul Tudor Jones is, but just in case anyone doesn't know who Paul Tudor Jones is, he's a billionaire, 4.7 billion, created his wealth from trend following principles, a trend following approach. Okay, with that being said, jump back to the quote. The most important rule is to play great defense, not great offense. Think about Floyd Mayweather. Every day I assume every position I have is wrong. I know where my stop risk points are going to be. I do that so I can define my maximum drawdown. Hopefully I spend the rest of my day enjoying positions that are going in my direction. If they are going against me, then I have a game plan for getting out. Okay? So you have to know where these stop risk points are before you get out. And of course it's going to match. It should match and tell to your equity and both the point of the trend where it shows that the trend may be cracking or bending, so to speak. Okay, so that one from Paul Tudor Jones, and I'll give you something else before we jump into the trend picture. Okay, if I have positions going against me, I get right out. If they are going for me, I keep them. Risk control is the most important thing in trading. If you have a losing position that is making you uncomfortable, so the solution is very simple. Get out, because you can always get back in. Okay? We don't like buying and selling inside of trends, but if trends are going against you, you have no choice but to sell them, or sell some of the risk inside, cut some of the risk inside of those trends if they're making you uncomfortable and they start going against you. Okay? Very simple. But let me make a very valid point. Okay? If you have a losing position that is making you uncomfortable, the solution is very simple. Get out, because you can always get back in. If they are going for me, I keep them. Risk control is the most important thing. Okay? If positions are going in your favor, you keep them. You may even add to them, but you need them because they're going to manage your risk. Like, let me give you an instance for today. Today, I had some trends that were red because the whole market's red. So some of these trends were red, but some of the main trends were green. And those main trends that are in my portfolio that were green have a little bit more weight on them than the other ones, because they have been going for me for such a long amount of time, and so that I have kept them. And I kept them because they're more dependable and they stay green even when the market is red, like for instance today. Okay, so keep those winning positions, keep those better performing trends, because you're going to need them when some of the other trends are not performing as well. You're going to need them to kind of leverage out to keep you green on the day, to keep you green, so to speak, okay? While you're cutting some of the risk out of the losing ones, and you're adding weight to the ones that are going in your favor, okay? Very simple. That kind of matches up to what I do with my trend following. Anyway, let's get to the trend picture. Let me show you TRU, because this is on here. Alright, so we're looking at this for continuation, not for just tomorrow, but throughout, until this trend stops working, okay? You just heard that from Tudor Jones. Keep these trends until they stop working, alright? So here we got this true. It's getting ready to make a reversion back towards the mean here. We'll see what this does. It's actually started to pull back, but then it's going green. So this may be the point where we start to get some more green and head up towards and kind of continue this thing. But it looked like it was getting ready to kind of convert back toward this moving average where it's been bouncing, kind of, so to speak, since it turned around here. So watch this true, and as you see across the way, it's sitting on old resistance turning into support. So old resistance here, support on the other side, and we'll see if this will hold and see how far we come, see what happens inside this area, okay? So I like true for continuation. ASNA, I really don't like this one too much. Me personally, I'm not into retail. But this one just has proven to be a really good stock, and it's kind of sitting at the top part of at the top right of its prices right now for the year. So let me see what the 5 looks like. Okay, so definitely some things turning around inside this stock. Definitely some upside as we broke out of this level here. Okay, now we're sitting on top of this level, broke out of this level here, and we're kind of up here. So we're starting to kind of just dig into this chart here. Alright, so as you see, it came up here, came down, and as you guys know, trends all the time, when they make this pull back and they start showing green, of course you're supposed to buy them, okay? So this one kind of challenging this level, getting ready to break through this, and I like this for continuation. So let's pan back in and see, here it is, already had broke through that level we seen on the 5. So here it is here. I like this for continuation, kind of turn this kind of broken, came up here, came down, and now we're above this level here. So I definitely like this thing for continuation, which is the reason why I made today's list. So here it is here, okay, kind of came up to this level, and so I like to buy this as it's kind of sitting on this trend line. This is a nice entry for this stock now, in my opinion. Okay, so I like ASNA for continuation. A lot of market cap there, definitely will justify what's going on with that. It's not like one of those 5 million market cap. I know some people don't truly trade market cap, but I do. Especially, you're going to need that when you're trend following, going long on some of these companies, some of these stocks. You're going to need some justification and some weight there, okay? Some smart money to kind of hold up these things. So I like ARQL sitting in this little weird spot here, but it may just break through this. It may not make a reversion here. It may just kind of, it may not make this pullback. It may just continue up through this. So it's already sitting on top of this level here, which was the last pullback, came up here. So I like this thing for continuation. Definitely some upside in ARQL. AMRS, I am long this thing. And speaking about Paul Tudor Jones, speaking about kind of cutting some risk out, I took a long on this thing, and if it doesn't behave, I probably will be taking a little bit of risk out if it comes to this level here, because I made a buy around this 775 area because it was kind of sitting up here. So now it's coming down, so we'll see how far it comes down, but this thing's definitely going to continue. We'll wait to see what the next green candles start coming in here and kind of start to continue this pattern here, but this is definitely a go. You see it on the yearly here, just a beast on the yearly. Look at all that strength. And then on the 5-year, I like it because we're starting to curl here. Prices are starting to see this trend line here, just riding that. So I like to ride this and see where prices go. If we can start eating up this chart, start picking up some weight here, picking up here and here. Definitely some room, at least to get to 10. And man, look at this stock, looks really good to get over this level here. All right, we've already gotten over that. That's why I have a trend line there. If you pan in closer, you'll see that level was here. Okay, so we broke through that. I like this thing just to continue. Good stock. A lot of upside when you check out the 5-year, and we're already inside of these 5-year prices because we're already over the 1 year, so we're inside of these 5-year prices, and you never know how far this chart's going to start digging in to these prices up here, into these 10s and such forth. So we'll see what happens with that. And we're sitting on top of this level here, so just looking really good. I like that stock, really, I really do. Give it some time to kind of work its way through, but definitely some nice things working there. Okay. BCRX, yeah, looks okay. Looks all right from this point here. From the yearly, we're kind of just holding up. Prices just continuing to set higher highs and lows. This is our favorite type of signal here, all right? Just getting long on these higher highs and lows. So let this little pullback continue to happen and see where it stops and where it continues at. As you see, it pulls back a lot. It has higher highs, pulls back, has higher highs, pulls back. So wait to see what happens here. As you see, it had a higher high of 750 and now it's pulling back. So we'll see what happens with this pullback. We don't know how far it's going to go. Okay? And then we'll look for entries on the first green starting to show itself up there. CERS, a lot of these stocks are pulling back based on all this madness that Trump has going on, with all, with all the madness going on with the tariffs and all the Turkey and all this kind of crap. So me personally, I like stocks that are resilient against news like that. And I have one I'm going to show you guys. But a lot of these stocks are at these lower point. Like see this CERS? You can kind of draw a channel from here all the way up to the top, kind of like at a channel here. Here's the top of this channel, okay? And then you can draw another. Here's the bottom of this channel, kind of like from here in this area down here. Okay, so this stock now basically in the bottom part of this channel, even though it's in an uptrend, it's basically in the bottom part of this channel of this uptrend. So this is a buying point. Wait to see what happens. Wait to see if it pulls back some more. But this stock's definitely going to continue to the upside, in my opinion. So just wait for the pullbacks here. See what happens. Protect your ass here. All right. And if you're long this thing, just kind of sit tight. You can protect some capital. It's kind of late to do that now. If you were long up here at 780 and you wanted to protect some capital, you're kind of late on doing that now, because now we're kind of at the bottom part of this now. It may, revert back here a little bit, but I doubt it would start closing below 665 and below 7. 7 might be the little buffer zone here, and 675. And so watch this thing here. All right. I really like this for continuation. I told you guys we traded it way back here before it broke out, because it was sitting in a nice little 2 o'clock trajectory with the nice higher highs and lows, which is the main signal we like to take. That just says for us to get long. So yeah, this is a nice buy. Wait to see what happens here and then start buying this thing when we start continuing up here. CERS, nice market cap, nice justifiable, nice consistent stock. It doesn't cover points every day, but it's consistent to the upside for sure. So no trickery, no strange music there. Just kind of wait to see what happens with the pullbacks and kind of ride that wave, get on that train. If you're already riding that train, just ride that thing. If you're riding this trend now, this will be a nice point to add, depending on where the green candle starts showing up, where the upside starts to continue at. This is a nice point to add, because we're definitely going to start coming back up. As you see, this chart always pulls back, comes higher highs, pullbacks, and set higher highs, like some of all the other trends we see here. So definitely watch CERS. It looks good every time I start taking a look at it. So I'm currently long on that one as well. I'm long on SFS as well. You guys know, coming into the week, I showed you guys this stock. Let me show you the 5-day. I showed you guys this stock coming into the week. We were. Let me show you something, because it kind of looks cruddy there. So we were breaking out of an area, and I said, okay, we were breaking out of this area here. We're actually right here, and this is what happened coming into the week. Just boom, and then we started jumping around here. But definitely, we were looking at this area here to break out 1618 and 1620, and we definitely did that. Shows you guys what we are doing here. It's factual, okay? Go check the show coming into the week. Smart and Final Stories was on it. We liked this whole rounding structure, and we liked that we were inside this area and we were attempting to break out, and that's exactly what we did. We broke out of this little channel here. See this little bottom channel? This is the bottom of it. This is the top of it. It was trading inside this area, and now it's trending. Now it's trending. Okay? Trading is when it's trading sideways. It's trading back and forth. Trending is when it starts trending on the uptrend. So now we broke out of this trading area. Now we're trending to the upside, okay? And let me pan out just a little bit further to show you exactly what I'm talking about. See, we're rolling, prices were kind of rolling, rounding out of that. Now we, boom, popped out. So the chart may start opening up some more here. So I'm long that, just riding that wave. I don't know what's going to happen there. Definitely a super market cap to justify. Remember, guys, the market cap is what is a crappy stock. Not necessarily a crappy stock, but shows you what kind of company, so to speak, you're dealing with. If you're dealing with the Amazon or you're dealing with the Joe Schmo, okay? So in a really weird area here, I was looking at this stock on the 5. I said, Jesus, is this just one of those another pop and drops? How many times have we seen stocks that look like they were in this small, weird little place here? Downtrend, yeah, it always pops up and downs, pops up, and it's part of the downtrend. No, this may not be. MNK was not part of the downtrend. It was part of a downtrend like this, and then on the other side, prices flipped and started consistently setting higher highs. Now, we're in this area. Watch this thing to continue through up here. See if prices can knock this down, come in through here, and make some sense of this thing, all right? Okay? I like Smart and Final Stories for continuation. Speaking of MNK, it's next on our list. Alright. See what I'm saying? Just looks the exact same as the last chart, right? All these uptrends down. Pop-ups down. Pop-ups, it was all part of the downtrend. And then I said, wait, this is different. Let me go back to SSS. I said, wait, this is different. I said, wait, this is different. This is not the same pop-ups and then downtrend. And when I said that, we said, okay, it's not. Here it is. Let me show you. See, here it is on the one. This is not the same pops and drops. I said, this is different. These are consistent higher highs and lows. We've broken out of the pop and drop thing. Here was the drop and the pop here. And then now I said, there's no pop and drop. This is just a reversal from the bottom. Now consistent higher highs to the upside. And you guys know our favorite pattern. Doesn't even have a freaking name. It's just consistent higher highs with this trajectory at 2 o'clock. Just this strength right here. Same thing that got us in TNDM, got us in all those other home runs. The same trajectory, the same structure here. And we took it long right here. This part of the chart doesn't exist yet. Just like I told you guys before, just imagine this not even existing, guys. When we take it long, we're saying, boom. Hopefully we can go, this thing will continue. And we took it, and now look at where we're at. So, MNK, one of the doggone it, and like I said, regardless of a tariff, all this news with Trump and all this crap's been going on all this whole time, and look what's this stock's been doing. Regardless, okay, this is what I like to see when the market's playing its games and Trump's playing his games and everybody's all, selling all their positions off and stocks don't know how to behave and they're at the bottom of ranges and all that kind of crap. Stocks are forcing you to buy them at trend line levels and stuff like that. This is what I like to see. Look at this consistency. If this was a bar chart, look. Close here, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. If this was a bar chart, you understand? Open, close, open, close. If this was a bar chart, it's not a bar chart. Look at the price action though. Open here, close. 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 Open, look at, imagine what this stock's going to do probably tomorrow. Open around 30 something, 32. close, higher, open, close. You get it? Alright? One of the better stocks, though, regardless of this tariff junk. Or whatever this junk's going on is. I don't even know what's going on. I don't trade news and all that crap. I watch CNBC now and then to laugh at Kramer and some of those other jokesters that don't give you a justifiable reason to buy any of this stuff. I only buy based on price. I don't even buy based on moving averages, guys. I really don't. I only buy based on price. Okay? No, why this 200-day not on there? That really... I only buy based on price. Remember when I said the 20 and the 200 were getting ready to cross? And I said it would also push price? That was way back here. We've been long on this stock, alright? Back here. This area. So there you have it. MNK, one of the best. They just totally ate up this whole chart. Remember when I said we don't know how charts are going to open up and what they're going to do? Charts start opening up. Start taking back levels. Gap downs, they start taking back gap downs, they start taking back pulled, they start taking back all these downtrends, price starts reversing and starts chewing up all this. Alright? Now the next thing we got here is to chew up this, chew up these, and man, before this whole freaking chart reverses itself. And when it starts reversing itself, you want to ride the reversal. It's like laying down in front of a bus in the middle of the street. It's like, there's a bus coming. Let me lay down right here. People are like, no, there's a bus coming. Get him. I'm like, no, don't get me. I'm laying here. They're like, no, get him. Could you imagine doing that in New York in the middle of traffic? Laying down in front of a bus? You'd have 1 million people trying to freaking get this guy. You're like, no, I'm laying here. There's a bus coming. They're like, are you shitting me? Yeah, we know there's a bus coming. You're like, no, not that bus. A trending bus. I'm getting hit by price action to the upside. Alright, this is what I like to do. I like to just lay down in front of a bus. This is what I call laying down in front of a bus, right here. This is me laying down right here. I'm like, oh, let me just lay down right here. Hopefully I get hit. They're like, are you serious? No, I'm talking about price. Not a physical bus, guys. Alright? So get hit by this bus, so to speak. And hopefully it just runs you over all the way up past this. Another home run. So MNK for continuation. I kind of got carried away there. TNDM. Kind of another more resilient stock. This stock was resilient back when Trump first started his crap. Back when all the crap first started, okay? Look at this. Another bus I laid down in front of right here. Another bus I laid down in front of. Here's my trend line. Remember what I told you guys? I never wait till price gets up here and I'm like, oh, let me make a trend line. What would this do for me? If I waited till price to get up here, what the heck would a trend line do for me back here? Absolutely nothing. You can't correlate anything back here. What are you gonna say? Oh, well, the trend line was back here. Now it could be like it was. No. That makes no freaking sense at all. This is where we were entering at. Duh. This is where we entered. This is where we laid down in front of the bus. Okay? This part of the chart does not exist, you guys. Take it off. Take it off the chart, okay? Take it off. It doesn't exist right now. Take it off the chart, okay? Take all this off. Look at this. This was the entry. And I'm saying this to make a valid point. See, this was where all the crap where Trump was at. All his nonsense and all this junk. Tariffs and China wars and whatever. This is where all of it was at. And this stock was like, you know what? Damn, a tariff. We got business to do here. And I'm like, I like this stock. This stock can care less about Trump's tariff business. I'm long here. And look what it's done since then. Same thing with MNK. Disregard the tariff crap, okay? I don't like stocks that are like, oh, well, what about the tariff? Like, who cares? Trade, dude. Alright? I like stocks that behave, that have a mind of their own. That aren't going to force me to buy their panic. Don't force me to buy your panic, because I will. Don't force my hand. Seriously. Don't force my hand, because I will buy it. When the 200 and the 20 crossed back here, that was a major clue for you guys. You're late. You're really late on TNDM, guys. You're really late. You're really late. The 200 and the 20 crossed back here. The trend developed back here. The liftoff from the takeoff zone was back here. Here's our entry. We were even late. I said, damn, we're late. That's why I entered TNDM. I said, damn, I'm late already. We're already lifting off. Trends are already moving. What are you waiting for? I made a late entry here. Is that really late, though? No, it's not, guys. It was late considering our signals that we like to take here, though. These MAs crossing, which we don't use moving averages. We only trade price. This is it right here. This is our signal. This price doing this. All right. So I like a stock that's relentless with Trump and all his madness, and everybody else and all their fear. Don't force me to buy your fear, you guys, because I will. I'll look at it. I'll look at your fear in the charts. This was probably something major happening right here in the trend. Something was probably going on here. Oh, you know what? America's getting bombed tomorrow. The stock's like, eh. And what do you have to do? You have to buy this fear from everyone's panic. You have to notify. You have to recognize the fear in these people, and then you have to recognize the euphoria in these people. They're like, no, everything's fine, guys. We're back. I'm like, I known that. I've been known that. Look at the chart. The chart says everything is fine. I've been known that. You just didn't know that. I'm going to buy you guys' fear right here in the chart. When you guys start crapping yourselves and selling everything in the markets, worried about Trump and his madness, I'm going to be buying those behaviors. They're going to show up in the chart every time. I'm going to be buying them. Okay? So VG, I like this thing freaking, man, look, just a beast of a stock. All right? You're late on that, guys. You're really late on that. Okay? One of the newer stocks that only dates back to 2015, 2013, September. One of the newer stocks, what I tell you guys a million freaking times, go watch my shows about stocks that are newer. What do? They show sentiment and then they take off. Don't miss the ride. So I like VG for continuation. And I also like stocks that are relentless towards turkey wars and tariff. Wow, look at this thing. Wow, look at this. Wow, I like this. Wow, this looks really nice. I'm late to this, guys. I'm really late to this stock. Damn it. I hate missing rides, dude. Damn. The 20 and the 200 crossed here. How many times have we saw that on this freaking show? I don't want anyone coming here like, yeah, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. You know what? Get the heck out of here. You don't know what you're talking about. Go listen to Stock Twits and go be bearish on this thing. How about that? You don't know what you're talking about. You haven't hit any home runs like we have. You don't know. You don't have a clue to what you're talking about. Don't give me that crap. I don't listen to news. I don't listen to jerks that don't have a clue, that like to excuse me, trade news, and that need other people to justify their decisions. They need other people to justify their decision making. I don't need anyone to justify my decision making. When price tells me to take my longs, I take them. And you can sit back and make all your crap you want to. And you'll be missing these rides like you have been. Okay? One thing anyone's going to develop when they watch this, rotate inside this show, they're going to develop a set of balls. That's going to be like, no, take your signals. Don't freaking listen to this Joe Schmo. They're like, oh, well, this guy obviously doesn't know what he's talking about. No, you don't know what you're talking about. You're a big weenie. You're not going to survive in these markets. Okay? Don't get me started. I'm serious. Don't even make me go there. Because I know there's people out there, well, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, obviously. You know what? Screw you. You're one of those noise guys, right? You need all this noise to make a decision. You're not going to buy anything until this quote-unquote tariff thing is over. You're not going to buy anything until Trump says so. You know what? Shut up. And if anybody's watching the show and you're one of those, you like to listen to those kind of guys, you can get the heck out of here too. Because we're going to keep taking all these signals we've been taking, making all these mega big points that we've been making. And we're going to keep listening to people like Paul Tudor Jones that say, stay long. As long as trends are working in your favor, stay long. Alright? Not Joe Schmo that doesn't have a clue to what he's freaking talking about. So go screw yourself. How about that? NIHD. I'm telling you, don't get me started. I just hate people like that. They like need, don't bring that to me. Don't give me your crap, okay? Please don't. One thing you will develop on this show from rotating here, don't get frightened off, because have some integrity behind what you're doing, alright? Have some integrity. Alright? A little bit. Jesus. Anyways, I'm buying this. Look at this trend line here. Did it every time. Trend line, crapped on itself. Trend line, pulled back. Alright? Trend line, so to speak, right here. Pull back. Now look, another trend line here. These stocks are grinding this trend line right now. This one. Buy this. NIHD. We wrote it long up here. You should have took your profits when it started. I took my profits when it started collapsing down here. You got to tighten your time frame up. I'm showing you this on a larger time frame so you can understand what the stock's doing. You probably won't understand what's going on until you kind of pan out and say, what's going on here? Then you can look back and say, oh, okay. You're kind of doing your whole little pullback trend line thing. Okay, so now we're riding your little trend line. This trend line can come clearly up through here, you guys. Clearly up past this chart where I don't even have room anymore. Alright, so buy this trend line behavior. You could have bought it here. You could have bought it here. And now you can buy it here. So buy this grinding, this Patrick Swayze, dirty dancing, grinding behavior on the trend line here, okay? NIHD. There's another stock grinding the trend line right now. It's EGAN. Or you can listen to Joe Smo and don't listen to anything I say. Okay? And you can miss all these moves. Wait a second. Let me make another point. So obviously I made this trend line earlier today, right? Or yesterday. Or sometime this week, right? This trend line I'm talking about. Right? I'm saying. Obviously I made this trend line recently. No, I freaking didn't. You jerk. I made this trend line way back here when we were buying it, and we started riding it. Now look at the trend line. No, you done made me get my trend line bar out now. Is this trend line still here or not? Answer my question. Is it there or not? Are you guys gonna learn on this show with me or not, dude? Seriously. Are we going to learn here? Are we going to develop a robust strategy? Are we going to develop something that has some strength and some validity to it? Are we going to develop a strategy, a process that we can do time and time and time? That's the only way you're going to make any wealth here, if you have a strategy, a process that you can do time and time after again. Is this not a trend line? Does this thing still not exist? Yes, it does. Facts. If you bought this thing back here, you're still riding the trend line, you guys. All this behavior doesn't mean a damn thing when you're looking at this for what it is. All this crap doesn't mean a damn thing. Nothing. All this means is money for you. Now is the point to buy this. Now is time to buy it. Now is the time to go back long on EGAN. Right now. All this, you wouldn't have made any profits here. You were just on a long downtrend. If I pan in, you probably made some profits. I'll take that back. You probably made some profits, okay? You probably made some profits. Here, you could have made some in and out, in and out. Now, though, is the time to go long and ride this wave. Right now. See this trend line that I already had here? I already had this trend line here. So anyone that's like, oh, we're buying trend lines, you know what? Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Because we bought the trend line back here, jerk. And we bought the trend line right here, jerk. We bought the trend line right here. We bought the trend line. Could have bought it right there. We bought it right here. We bought it right here. And we're buying it right here. So shush. Okay? If I'm not giving you guys jewels, then just type in my comment section, Tyson, go to hell. See you guys